One difference between a project that is internal to a company is that the project team and the client are under one roof. Disputes can be handled in a more effective way because the issues are relatively clear. Now, that doesn't mean that the conflicts are easy to resolve, but they are easier compared to the kinds of conflicts where the client is another company and the project is defined by a written contract that is created during the initial stages of negotiations. Well, that's what happens here to many of the companies. The projects that are created here respond specifically to the details of the contract. When problems occur as the project is executed, the resolution of that conflict often turns into a dispute. The client demands that the letter of the law be followed in the contract, and the project team would like to have some leeway because they are unable at the cost, at the quality level, or at the schedule expected, they are unable to meet those demands of the contract. What happens is that often the client says, no, we won't negotiate, here are the terms of the contract, and the project team here, responsible for delivering the product or facility, says we need to negotiate because there are several unforeseen problems at the time of the contract, when the contract was written, that we must deal with now. So there's often this significant conflict that occurs that is exacerbated by several factors. One of the factors that exacerbates the resolution of these disputes is that the language conducted during the dispute resolution process is English, and many of these companies and the project teams are not fluent in the English language. So the second problem that occurs is that we're dealing with very different cultures. You know, the Korean culture is a culture where people work very well together, work in teams together, and there are other cultures which are more individualistic, where the power distance is very high. So it's difficult, even though you may be negotiating with 4 or 5 people, the real decision maker is the top boss, and you can't get to the top boss. There are many problems that are involved in project management on the international, global scene that don't occur when you are dealing with projects that are self-contained within one company and certainly within one country and within one culture.